Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Mitch English, and we are so happy you are joining us here for Daily Flash. The whole crew waiting for you.
Yes.
Indeed, and of course, you are the star of our show. And how do you talk to us? Social media. Our social media manager, Sweet Baby James, is in the flashback room. How's it going there, Bubba?
Hello. I think I need an Old Spice commercial
Okay.
right now. All right.
I'll get you a horse.
In a bathtub.
Question of the day. What's your current pop culture obsession, the show, trend, or celeb you can't stop talking about?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. And again, we love hearing from you. We'll probably agree if maybe it's one of these fringe things that nobody knows about. Who knows? Right?
My current obsession, Glenn Powell.
Oh, have you watched the
I have. I'm
show?
not crazy about it, but I love everything he's in. So.
He's got that look like everyman guy, so you like him.
Yeah.
I'm with you on
Yeah,
that.
I like him.
And of course, we are on all socials. Matt, Doolittle.
And you can give us your response at flash@dailyflashshow.com. You find that by going to our website at dailyflash, or actually just look up dailyflashshow.com. There you can like, subscribe, share, do all that. You know what my wife will not shut up about?
What's that?
Is Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet?
And was it Kylie Jenner?
Yeah.
She actually has a T-shirt with the two of them together on it, and like she's just like, oh, they're so cute. We're watching the NBA playoffs last year, and that's all she was focused on, not the game.
Timothy Chalamet, I don't know, did you hear about this? And you'll appreciate this, sweet baby, is that he's not won an Oscar, he's not won an Emmy, he hasn't won a Tony, but he did win Best White Boy.
Yep.
Did you
My
hear
wife
about
wouldn't
that?
shut up about that the other day
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
He did not.
He
On
did.
some
That's
podcast.
the SNL clip.
So, yeah, no kidding, right? And he said he was very happy to accept the award. So.
Are they still together?
Oh yeah.
they?
She
Yes.
wants them to have pretty babies.
Okay. I didn't realize they were still together.
That doesn't always guarantee. Two good-looking people.
No, sometimes I can work against you.
James, you agree
Do
with
you
that?
know he's getting kudos? You know he's getting kudos from dating a single mom with 2 kids.
That is true. Yes.
Who, Timothy Chalamet's a single mom with 2 kids?
Yes. Yes.
That's why he won Best
That's
White
going to be his next role.
Boy. I like the kid. I think he's cool. I think he's pretty good as Willy Wonka.
He's gonna remake Mr. Mom.
Mr. That's a movie, a great movie. It needs to be updated though, because
It does.
if you watch it, it's like so
But
antiquated.
I will argue it's timeless. That movie
It
is
is a good
timeless.
because of Michael Keaton. I
Yes,
think.
because of Michael Keaton. Yeah, but I could see them remaking that movie.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, we talk a lot about tipping on the show. So the experts have weighed in on how much you should tip a bartender. So if you've ever
This is good,
wondered,
okay.
how much should I tip? The standards are 18, 20, 25%. And of course now the new option, custom, you know, when you're faced with the checkout. So what's the magic number?
I tip 20 everybody, no
Yeah.
matter only not because it's math. It's
Yeah.
easy for me. That
Exactly.
really, I take 10% and double it. That's not.
So bartenders agree with you. They say when in doubt, always just tip 20%. That's good. That's an industry standard is 20%, and that's fine.
Have you ever bartended? You ever?
I have bartended,
Okay.
yeah.
So would you prefer to be tipped every time, or it's like, hey man, you have my credit card. At the end of the night, I'll take care of you. That's what.
Yeah, I mean, it can go either way. I remember one guy just sort of laying down $100 and said, "Here's $100. I just want to have my cocktail and be quiet over here on the side." I'm like, okay, no problem, you know. So that was fine. It's when they stiff you, or there's always a question too when it comes to bottle service. So you know, because basically what they're doing is they're opening a bottle, right? Should they deserve 20% on a $600 bottle of wine?
Yes.
I've always
Yes,
wondered, like,
depending
when
on
you
what
go
she
out-
looks like.
Oh, James.
There is a point to that. And guess what? They look better at the bottom of the bottle too.
How many sparklers are coming out of it? And you know, you used to go to those bars where they crack open a Bud Light, hand it to you, and it was always like $1 a beer was usually the tip because you give them a
Yes.
5, they give you back 2, you leave 1.
Yes.
You know?
Okay, and you kind of grew up in the bar business.
Yeah,
you-
so that's kind of what it was always known
I'll
as,
take that
$1 a
advice.
drink.
Yeah.
And it's easy, yeah. And you should take care of them by all means. They put up with all kinds of crap. You leave your credit card. Some of them will automatically charge you 20%.
really?
When they check out, they'll have a sign that'll
Yes.
say, if you don't close your tab at the end of the night, we're going to put 20% on it. I cannot tell you how many nights the next day I had to go get my card because I forget all the
Yeah,
time.
I know.
You know?
I know. I don't know if they do that as much anymore.
I haven't had, well, I don't go
Yeah.
on parties anymore, so I mean, I haven't had to deal with it, but it seems like that's fair. I was cool with it. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't close it out.
Well, and the fact that they held onto your credit card and somebody didn't walk off with it is probably.
They were watching it, so I'll give them that.
Matt was right. $1 to $2 per drink. If you're going for beer, wine, well, happy hour, usually $1 to $2 a drink is good. James, what do you got?
So we used to work for another show back in the day, and we had bottle service at a certain place downtown Orlando. $4,000
For what? The tip?
for the
the
entire
bill.
night, including the tip. $4,000.
And, okay.
So what was the tip part of that?
Yeah.
So the tip part of that was $500.
Okay, you know what? You didn't have a good time. You know how I know? You remember how much you spent.
I can't even remember what the bill was. I don't remember one bill.
I had a great time because I didn't have to pay for it.
Okay, so that brings up a good point.
Yes.
Okay, so now, do you find that, and I only go to you because you said you've bartended before. Do you go? It seems like you're a little looser with your money as the night goes on, and you're like, ha, you're great, whatever.
Yeah, can be for sure.
So I mean, I guess what I'm saying, do you see that a lot?
Oh yeah, I think you do. I mean, but then you also the opposite. They get so sloppy drunk that they forget to even pay. So that's the other part that's a little. that's the ugly side.
Why
of it.
you keep that card.
The other weird part I've heard of is because a lot of people just want to pay with their phone now, so they don't even have a credit card, so they're making you leave your ID there, which I wouldn't be comfortable with. Is they're like, no, we're not, but we want your ID, because then they'd still be able to try to contact you or get the money out of you because you got to pay with your phone at the end of the night, or they're taking your phone run early, and I wouldn't be comfortable with that either.
And as always, take care of your wait staff because they're living off what you're giving.
That is true.
And waiters and bartenders, I have no problem. It's the people that just stand there and press the button at the grocery store. I'm not
Right,
tipping you.
or the vending machine.
Or the vending machine. Oh man, can you
The
believe
vending
that?
machine. Can you
Round
I know.
up.
Right. The back to the bottle service though, quickly, because I think a lot of people struggle with this. It's like, well, look, I'm paying for, let's say it's a $100 bottle of wine. You're coming here, you're opening it. That's a $20 tip on a $100
Just for
bottle
you
of
to
wine,
open
just for
it.
you to open it. But people will argue that, well, look, if you can afford the bottle of wine, then you can afford to pay the 20% tip.
I hate that mindset because it's like, well, how do you know I can afford it? Maybe I've been saving a lot up. I mean, and that's usually not the case. But,
True.
But even still, but you definitely want to take care of your people because, I don't know what's happening between them walking here
That
and walking
is
there.
true,
But
right.
going to a bartender, I can see what they're doing. Best way to flag down a bartender when you're there, because that is, to me, I'm not a good looking guy, and they always go to the hot chicks first, and I don't want to yell at them.
Stand next to a hot chick.
Oh, really?
And smile real nice. And if you kind of buddy up with her, then she can kind of let the bartender know, hey, make sure you take care of him too.
That's why we have Jackson here. So
Yep.
so from now on, I'll be
Yeah.
really close to you on that. You might have to buy you the hot chick a drink, though.
That is true, which isn't a bad deal. And if you're a
you're looking.
regular in a local bar, then obviously you really need to make sure that you take care of your bartenders there.
I think so.
Yeah.
And it is also, you're out there with a bunch of friends and bartenders, and I'm sure waitresses know that the guy that's paying always wants to impress everybody. So that's
course.
why they have the bottle service and tipping on the bottle
Do you
service.
think the tipping culture has gone too far?
100%.
Because a lot of people are saying, well, here's the deal. Why don't you raise the minimum wage and then I don't have to tip anymore? But I don't think that's the solution. I don't think that's the solution.
You know how we'll find out if that works or not?
How?
Is South Park guys. The restaurant, the Mexican restaurant that they bought in
yes,
Colorado.
Casa Bonita.
Casa Bonita.
They are paying their staff like
$30.
$30 an hour,
an hour.
and no tipping. And it's
And
the
no
European
tipping. Yes,
way of thinking. If you want a tip, I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll let you do it. But so we'll see if that's successful. Then maybe that's the route we need to go to. I know that with the current administration that they were the
No
tips,
tax on tips,
no
yeah.
tax on. So it ensures that you get good service,
Yeah.
tipping somebody. I say you should always tip. I hate tipping before I get any kind of service.
Yes, because, or, if it's automatically added on and you've got an issue with the service, how do you deal with that? Do you call the manager over, knowing that maybe you're with a big group and they add 20-25% onto your tab? How do you argue that if you've had bad
very
service?
good-
Because you've agreed to, okay, we're bringing you a big party. I know what the tip is mandatory.
And there's places, even if it's just two people, or
Yeah.
they'll say we automatically. It's one of those places. I just ate it the other day with Liza for her birthday. But I have like 4 or 5 waiters. And when
Yes.
something's come out, somebody will grab it and bring
Yes.
it to me.
Yeah.
And so I have no problem with that. They'll say 20% that way, and they all share it.
Share it.
But the problem is like when you get the receipt, it has another thing to add tip. And I'm like, am I supposed to add a tip? But you already added 20%.
Right.
And Liza's like, no, you do not.
You always have to ask, or definitely double check your receipt to find out if
Good
you're
idea.
bad at it.
What are your tips for tips? We want to hear from you. We got Daily Digits coming up. What else?
Yes, we also have Curiosity Over Judgment. We're going to have
This is interesting.
This interview, and Matt's got Daily Digits, and John Graham is here. What did I just eat? He's got some cool food.
With a little warmth, you can bring out the best in everything.
Well, I would say you bring out the best in me.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Lady Ashton.
You're welcome.
Sometimes I call you Mrs. Spielberg, but it should be Lady Ashton, real.
Yes.
Lemons. There's 3 ways to get the maximum juice out of a lemon. Number 1, put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds. This will heat it up and the juice comes out effortlessly. Number 2, roll it on a countertop. So take it on the countertop, put your hand on and just roll it, and that's going to break down the membranes. Or you can use a squeezer. These squeezers are fantastic. I don't have a particular brand that I love more than any, but I do think they're perfect. And fresh lemon juice is superior to the stuff you buy on the shelf. That's got sodium in it and it doesn't taste as good. This has a beautiful peak to it. So that's how you get the most out of your lemon. And then don't throw the lemon after you've squeezed it out. Place that in your sink and turn on your machine. It makes it smell wonderful.
So attractive.
I don't know what you call it, the gargler.
The trash recept. I don't know what it's called either.
You know what I mean.
We don't have one.
We don't have one. Cheerio.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Wherever you are right now, just take a moment here and check this out, because we're saying, what if one small shift in your life could actually transform the way you navigate life's hardest seasons? Well, our next guest, Teresa Bruno, she says being curious and asking the right questions is actually in the midst of a crisis is actually a key. Teresa, welcome to Daily Flash. You're talking about curiosity. It killed many cats, but I'm sure that it's actually helped a lot. You say curiosity over judgment is very important, right? And that judgment actually keeps us a little stuck, though. Tell us more about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just a little context for your viewers. I'm coming from a 5-year survival from, really tough situation, losing my husband and shuttering a business. And, I think we often sit in places of such shame, and shame and judgment are kind of partners. They walk hand in hand.
Yeah.
And what I've learned along the way, and I made a whole lot of mistakes to learn some lessons, is that, judgment really keeps us isolated. We're turning in on ourselves. We're not saying, okay, I'm in a tough situation, but what can this teach me? We're judging ourselves. We're saying, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? What if I had done something different? Oh, I'm, so unhappy with myself today because I didn't do X, X, and X. So we stay in these places of being very much turned in on ourselves. And 2 things happen with shame and judgment. They do keep us in isolation. And I just can't say enough about how important it is in anything that you're going through to have some community around you, community you trust. Because I believe you don't have to have gone through great tragedy to be in a survival journey today. I feel like everybody in some way is carrying some kind of pain.
Sure, absolutely.
And yeah, and if you have people you can trust, and I don't mean go splatter your stuff to the world, but if you have one friend, one family member who can sit with you in that pain, who cannot be there to fix you, not be there to judge it, but just sit with you in it. When we share our pain, it lessens its power. That just works every single time.
Okay.
And the minute you begin to get out of isolation, the judgment tends to kind of start falling away. And I truly think one of the most beautiful things we can do in our lives is to just be curious. So
and again, that's how we learn. I mean, I think, like Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge, and curiosity brings with it imagination as well. And you say that that curiosity will bring space for growing. So, what's some of the questions we should actually be asking?
Well, let's take just an everyday situation. You come into work this morning and your coworker, it just is on your nerves, annoying you, maybe
She
saying
is. Every
something
morning she does, by the way.
whoever she is, I'm so sorry.
It's Andrea.
It's okay.
I love her to
I
death.
deal with it.
Instead of just turning on her and going, oh my gosh, she's in a grouchy mood this morning. What did I do to deserve that? To be curious is to go, wonder what's going on with her today.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's going through today. And it softens you. It immediately helps you not be so, angry and wrought up and ready to fight through your day. And it also gives you the opportunity to maybe, kind of ask how she's doing.
Indeed.
Is there anything you can do to help her? And then you create just a stronger bond with, a friendship.
We have about a minute left, so we need to go. I want to make sure we get all of these through here. You say, obviously, it builds that compassion is what you're speaking of, but it also brings other things along with it, which is really helping bring that compassion and seeing other people's point of view. And it makes us like, okay, I can see how she feels that way. Compassion, does everybody have compassion? Because there's some people I've been like, can anybody develop compassion?
I would say yes. I'm not an expert on that, but I would say that I think we all have within our beings compassion. And the wonderful trick, and I sort of alluded to it a minute ago, is when you're not judging yourself so harshly.
Yeah.
You immediately are not judging others so harshly. When you have compassion for yourself, so start with you. Start with being kind to yourself.
Teresa, thank you so much for this great, important information. If you want more info, you can check out our podcast. Go to teresabruno.net. Thanks so much, Teresa.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. It is Thursday, which means it's time to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. Streaming on most video-on-demand platforms is the supernatural western, Killing Faith.
That little girl of yours, you know you're not supposed to be in town with her.
She needs help.
Well, I'll see to it Doc Steelbender comes take a look at her.
Tell me, what's it like to be a doctor who can't save a life?
I'll let you know next time you find yourself sick.
The film is set in 1849 as a widowed doctor escorts a freed slave and her daughter across the West to find a distant faith healer battling the mother's belief of demonic possession, as every living thing the child touches dies. I chatted with stars DeWanda Wise and Guy Pearce.
It's part Western, it's part supernatural, but I think it's a movie with a real emotional core and pulse. And so I think that people won't expect to be moved the way that they're going to be moved watching this movie.
It's deeply disturbing, but also quite funny, quite humorous, and all of it feeling authentic. So it was really interesting. Yeah, it was an interesting world to get into, and Ned was just brilliant to work with because he's really open and lovely and funny, and of course DeWanda was gorgeous to work with as well. So it was a pretty special experience, actually.
Killing Faith is a genre-breaking movie presenting the argument between science and religion. The outcome is a smart and conversational Western using familiar tropes in a new way. Again, Killing Faith is streaming on most video-on-demand platforms and gets an A. It's rated R. New in selected theaters is the third film in the Tron franchise as Tron Ares hits the big screen.
So much talk of AI and big tech today. Virtual worlds, what are they going to look like? When will we get there? Well, folks, we're not going there. They are coming here. I would like you to meet Ares, the ultimate soldier.
A highly sophisticated software program called Ares is sent from the digital world into the real world to stop a secret computer code from being released.
And I fell in love. I love the story, I love the technology, I love the creativity, I love Jeff Bridges. So for me, Tron is like, it's like Star Wars. It's like Blade Runner. It's one of those films that just lives forever inside me, and I'm so proud to be here with Joachim, a part of a third Tron in 42 years or something. Yeah, pretty cool.
Although Tron Ares isn't a perfect movie, it's a highly watchable and enjoyable action film with a heart-pounding score, terrific special effects, and solid acting. Check it out on the biggest screen possible. It gets an A and is rated PG-13. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Hey, welcome to your Daily Digits for this week. Well, your first digit today is a bittersweet one, especially for us 80s babies. It's 40. After 40 years, MTV has started shutting down some of their channels. MTV will shut down 5 of its international channels on December 31st, while some of its foreign MTV outlets will remain on air with reality programming, not really music television. The news marks the end of an era for the network that shaped global pop culture since its launch in 1981, and I think eventually this just leads to the overall network being shut down. Now, but where am I going to get my Jersey Shore reruns and Pauly Shore movies when I'm overseas? Darn it. Well, your next number today is going to be $2,300. That's the price you will be paying for a new limited edition book called Airness, Michael Jordan. The new book about Michael Jordan celebrates the 40th anniversary of his Air Jordan sneakers and partnership with Nike. The book features never-before-seen photos and rare sketches by Nike designer Tinker Hatfield, who designed some of the most famous Jordans of all time. Look, Mike, I love you, but it's gonna need the cost, a little less than the shoes, and you know what? The Chinese bots are just gonna end up getting a book anyway. But there is a cheaper version. It's around $123. So you got at least that within everybody else's price range. And your last number today is $650,000, and it's a story right out of Ocean's 11. A Pablo Picasso painting worth $650,000 vanished while being transported overnight from Madrid to another museum in Spain. The piece, called Still Life with Guitar, was painted by Picasso in 1990. You know, I know Clooney and crew announced that they were started filming in Ocean's 14, but I think the movie just sort of wrote itself. What do you think, Mitch?
100%, and it's one of those life imitating art situations. Matt, good numbers there. Thanks so much. We got more Flash coming up around the corner. Don't go anywhere. We love having you along. Stick around.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hello, everybody. My underwear says I'm Mitch English.
Hello, I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, today's trends, tomorrow's top. Matt Doolittle's got his eye on our stations across the nation. Hey, Matty.
Yes, 219 affiliates across the country, including the Armed Forces Network, all across the world. Just head to our website at dailyflashshow.com. Click where to watch, and you can tell your friends and family where to go. And today we are going to WJEA in Augusta, Georgia.
Augusta.
Where
the
Masters, and apparently everything out around there is not as pretty as the Augusta, but if Augusta National wants to send us an invite, I'd be happy to take it.
100%.
Yeah,
and you'll even wear a green jacket.
I'll wear a green jacket. I won't run. I'll leave my cell phone in the car.
You don't have a choice.
All
You
the
have
Augusta
to leave your cell
rules.
phone.
You do that. I knew a guy that worked for one of the Golf Channel shows. He took his phone out when he walked outside of the production truck, and they actually kicked him out. And he worked for the Golf Channel.
You know,
legit,
it wasn't very long ago, and it's weird to say this, but Augusta, because, and listen, it's a gorgeous golf course. But when Tiger Woods came along, there was some history with Augusta, with it being really a whites only club. And it, obviously with time and they changed it and they brought it in. But it was interesting, even in the 90s and 2000s, that was something that like it was a kind of, I don't want to say they still followed it, but it was like still an over. People saw Augusta as a whites-only place, I guess.
Right. Wasn't Condoleezza Rice? She wanted to be a member at Augusta. I think she is.
She was the first female member.
She was the first female member.
She should be. I love that woman.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Awesome. All right, speaking of the government, and kind of, at least, this shutdown, of course, as you know, we're hearing all about it. You have people going into work, not making any, they'll get paid back, but they're going in, not getting a paycheck,
Won't get a paycheck, yeah.
because of the government shutdown. The biggest issue that they're actually start seeing now is in our national parks.
Oh, yeah.
And people are going crazy because they're like, hey, no rules. People are base jumping off of cliffs.
Oh, jeez.
No. You know what the biggest problem they're having is people squatting. Like if you go to a state park and they have camping, people have been there for months, or weeks rather, and they're only supposed to be there for like the weekend. Obviously, vandalism is a huge issue because and these are our state parks. That's what stinks about it, is that they're set apart for us to enjoy the nature. They're calling now the national parks lawless playgrounds because of all of those bad apples, because they know that it's not being patrolled as much.
That's very disappointing.
Isn't it sad to kind of hear that?
I know that lawmakers have discussed passing a few different bills in the interim just to make sure that all of these folks get paid so that they can continue to do their job. And I hope that at least they'll get some sort of resolution soon, whether it's today or tomorrow.
All right, and again, I can't tell you, just leave no trace. I mean, you go there, and because you're ruining it for everybody else. And then, what kind of person are you if you're gonna do crazy stuff?
I don't understand. Like, why do people graffiti stuff? Why do they tag stuff? Like, especially in a national park or in any park for that matter. Like, it just shocks me that that's something that people think, oh, I'm gonna add this to it. What does it add to? The beauty of the landscape.
You say, but like putting stickers on stop signs, is that all right?
No, that's not all right either. Can you make sure that
all those Daily Flash stickers that are all over
Mitch English. What about co-workers' cars?
Co-workers' cars. Okay, I guess I'll let you go on that one.
It took me a month to realize that one was on the back of my car.
It was a magnet. I put a Mitch English.
On the back of Matt's car?
Yeah, and it took me a month to realize it was back there.
Did you not put anything in your trunk, Matt?
No, I back in at home and I back in here, and I don't know, I just didn't pay attention to it.
I tagged it. I felt like a retrobate.
Luckily, it was a magnet, so it didn't do any damage.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, because there's nothing worse than trying to get a sticker off.
Anybody that does that, I'm like, what are you doing? Why?
Let's make graffiti magnets. And then they can just think how fast you'd be able to put it up.
And then you can change it out anytime you like. Oh, I like that.
We come with solutions, okay? We come with solutions. Hey, coming up a little bit later on the show, we got our must-watch movie. It's called Send Help, and we're gonna do a little bit of eating of weird food.
We like good weird food. Yeah, John Graham is joining us in studio. That TV guy.
You love it. So much more. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk. We got it right here on Daily Flash. You go anywhere, you miss out on it. Stick around. We got more after this. Welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English alongside Andrea Jackson. We're here in the Daily Flash kitchen.
Yes, and we are joined by our favorite weird food guy, John Graham from ThatGuyOnTV.com. John, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Halloween, there's got to be weird foods. You found some good stuff.
So I figure we'll do a lot of candy, and then we'll end with something not sweet.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So gummy candy started about a year and a half ago, came out of Japan first, blew up on TikTok because it's a gummy candy. You open it up and you can peel it. So there's lots of different flavors. The big brand Peelers is so popular I can't find it in stores right now, but I'm going to let you know a little secret. Walgreens has the same candies under their Nice brand, made by the real people. So Mitch has got one. These are the body parts. They also have pumpkins and mummies and all different kinds of things. And the idea is you kind of break it open, and inside there's another little flavor you can either pop out or generally kind of bite out with
just like in real life.
And the body parts for Halloween come individually wrapped, so that's a great one if you want to throw something in trick or treat.
Also like real life. Just like
Now, this one is a different company. This is Herbert's Best. It's gummy eyes. You want to grab one?
Aren't these neat looking?
These are, so they come individual, they come in that package, and then you pop it open, Come on, John. There we go.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
And that's the selling point right there. You almost don't care what they taste like. Dude.
Okay, I'm going to pull this out.
Are you gonna try it? And
Red goo on the inside.
Okay.
Kind of marshmallow on the outside, kind of generic red fruit on the inside.
Interesting texture and taste.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. All right.
And then we've got over here, let me get the name right here.
Trickies?
It is Jolly Ranchers Gummies Trickies.
Gummies
The idea is that the flavors are wrong. So for example, apples are purple and they taste like raspberry. These are all your regular Jolly Rancher flavors. You got green apple, blue raspberry, cherry, grape, watermelon. Give one a try. I would say go for
You pick which one, and I'll pick one out because I don't know what that. This one right here, and I need to find out.
Okay, go for that. So that's a kind of a blue-green watermelon, and it tastes like.
Oh, give me a second.
I know without the color to guide you, sometimes it's hard.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It's like Fruit Loops where it tastes all
Yeah,
the same.
they're all lemon, but the color fools you.
I don't know what this one is.
Let's see. What
Blue.
It was blue.
Blue.
Which one do you think?
That one?
You're better at this.
Real quick. I think that's grape.
Grape?
Great. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'll buy it.
All right, let's jump to the end
bad.
here.
Okay. Ice
This
cream
is-
first.
Yeah, now out of Ohio, two big local flavors that have been kind of growing around the country the last 20 years. Grater's ice cream. It's a very thick, creamy ice cream, delicious stuff. And Skyline chili, which if you've never had Skyline chili, it's a very...
You put it on spaghetti.
It's not, you put it on spaghetti, you put it on not corn dogs, you put it on chili dogs. And it's got a lot of flavors like cinnamon and allspice and clove in it.
Chocolate, I think.
Yeah,
Do you want the hot
And then
sauce
so what
that
they
goes
did is
on
they took some of the flavors and put that in Grater's ice cream. So it's not you're not gonna have the chili, you're not gonna have the onion,
And now,
but you are gonna have the sweet spices, the cinnamon, the chili, stuff like that.
think it's
And the
super.
owner of one of the local franchises suggested his customers are actually putting the Skyline hot sauce on it.
I'm sorry, I did
So
that.
dive in, Mitch, see what you think.
All right, here we go.
And for texture, they put oyster crackers inside. I think they're covered with something like white chocolate so they stay crunchy.
that hot sauce hits you later. That's interesting.
So what do you recommend, with or without the hot sauce?
I say without it. But
Okay.
if you like it really spicy, put it in there. This is interesting. You can totally taste chili.
Let me put down my eyeball here
Right.
for the last
Yeah.
one. And so after all the sugar, now we're gonna go a little savory. This is from McCormick. You remember when I brought in dill pickle spice a while back? Yes.
Yes, I love
So
it.
the same folks, here, give it a try. This is a pumpkin chili. You can make chili in about 20 minutes. It's a pound of ground turkey, tomatoes, kidney beans, and a whole can of pumpkin.
Yeah, you can taste the pumpkin here.
So it's
Really
got
good. I
some
like
it's got some of those same fall spices that you would expect in a latte, but not sweet like that. As it'd be great for kids. As an adult, I put a little hot sauce on it myself last night. I had it for dinner last night,
You did,
and maybe jalapenos.
And jalapenos.
And, yeah.
I like
That's
that
great.
a lot. That's really, really
That
good.
followed up by the spice ice cream.
I agree.
Yeah.
You get it
For
all.
the adults and those for the kids.
John, you always bring some of the coolest stuff here.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to finding all those other weird products out there for you.
And if you head to our website, dailyflashshow.com, you can see all of John's items. ThatGuyOnTV.com as well. That's
Check
the
me out.
website.
Hey, joining us now is CC Tao, host of CC Hollywood, and a very special guest. This is Hachi, who must be, you tired, buddy? It's okay. Of course, CC is with, of course, CC Hollywood. It's a media platform that bridges East and West through in-depth interviews and cultural storytelling. She connects visionary leaders, iconic individuals and brands, as well as groundbreaking ideas from across the globe with audiences right here in America and beyond.
Recently, I traveled to the Legacy of Freedom Gala at the Trump's International Golf Club in New York. There, I met the incredible Charlie Kirk and also so many other beautiful, brave people who believe in true freedom, even when it costs everything. Charlie has paid a price for what he believes, and that touches me deeply. But when I posted just this 7 seconds of our friendly conversation, I was shocked by what happened next. That tiny moment stirred up waves of reaction in China and across the United States. Some people called Charlie a hero. Others called him the opposite. And suddenly, a simple smile between two people became a global storm. In China, the video has reached more than 10 million views through different platforms, and there are so many mixed comments, some of love some of anger, questions, and curiosity. It made me realize how powerful and how fragile conversation has become between East and West. Maybe people are not just reacting, maybe they are searching for truth, for understanding, for a voice that connects instead of divides. That's confirmed why I created CC Hollywood, to build that bridge, to keep the conversation real, honest, and human, to remind us that dialogue is not weakness, it is courage. Because when conversation becomes courage, that's when bridges are built. And that's why I believe independent thinking is true freedom. Because true freedom doesn't belong to one country or one person. It belongs to everyone brave enough to live by truth, carried by voices like Charlie's, brave enough to speak and humble enough to listen.
All right, thank you to CC Hollywood and host CC Tao and Hachi. Yeah, you did such a great job for building bridges between East and West, sharing voices, stories, and innovations that inspire and connect both worlds. We look forward to her next chapter in this global conversation.
With school in full swing, pediatrician and parenting expert Dr. Lauren Crosby tells us how good nutrition will help your kids.
I'm seeing more parents in general looking for easy ways to establish healthy routines that support their kids' overall brain health and their wellness. In fact, according to consumer research from Smarty Pants Vitamins, many parents now view supporting their kids' brain health just as important as supporting their immune health. Good nutrition is important. It gives kids the fuel they need to focus and to learn, while key vitamins like C, B, riboflavin, and iodine help support brain health and support immune system function. Smarty Pants Kids Multi and Omega stand out because they go beyond the basics, packing in nutrients that support brain health and growing bodies. Plus, it has unique ingredients like omega-3s and bioavailable forms of nutrients like methylfolate and methylcobalamin that are easily absorbed. You can check out Smarty Pants Vitamins' full line of vitamins for kids on Amazon.
Well, a new study reveals new data on the heart health of many Americans. Dr. Jane Morgan, she joins us now with more. Doc, tell us what this study's all about and what it means.
You know, Mitch, when we look at this study, it really means that we have behavioral changes that we really can start to do to take our heart seriously. This is really not just a trend. And if our heart is prematurely aging, that means that we're that much closer to mortality. Really, our heart is everything that is driving our body. And so we need to look at those things that are actually putting us at risk. Why is our heart aging so much faster than the rest of our body?
What about risk factors and maybe even aging?
When we talk about it, we think about things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, lack of mobility, meaning that we just don't move as much as we used to just in our normal activities of daily living. When we think about things like smoking, reducing your alcohol intake, all of those things are important. And we sort of have been piling these on here in America. And now we see that a woman's heart is aging 4 years faster and men's hearts are aging 7 years faster. That means that your heart is actually older than the date on your birth certificate.
Tell us the first easy step that all of us can take.
And so when we look at Bayer, a very nice assessment tool, seeyourrisks.com. If you go to that website, you can take an easy 2-minute assessment and get an idea of what your risk is, and then have that conversation with your physician such that you can jumpstart to a healthier life and see if you can start to dial back those advancing years of your heart.
Doctor, thank you so much. To take your 2-minute online heart assessment, just go to seeyourrisks.com. You'll also find that link on our website, dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
Registered dietitian Mia Sin is here with tips to create a fall wellness plan that supports your family's overall health. Hi, Mia.
I've partnered with a few brands to help make our transition to cooler weather a little bit easier and healthier. Now, for kiddos, I recommend Smarty Pants Vitamins. It's a great way to support growing kids' bodies both in and outside the classroom. The Kids Multi and Omegas includes a blend of 6 research-backed nutrients. You can find it on Amazon. For busy parents, I recommend Linear Bar. It's a delicious protein bar with 20 grams of organic, high-quality protein, 12 grams of dietary fiber, and it's free of seed oils and artificial ingredients. Now, NAD, resveratrol, and quercetin are 3 of the most talked about supplement ingredients that support healthy aging, and Reservage NAD Resveratrol Plus has all 3. You can find it at the Vitamin Shop. Now, most of our homes have common indoor allergens, dust, and bacteria, and that's why I recommend Stanley Steamer Cleaning Services, especially with the holidays just around the corner. For more, you can head to my website, nutritionbymia.com.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Welcome back to Daily Flash.
Yeah, time for must-watch movies. 2 colleagues find themselves stranded on a deserted island after a plane crash. They must overcome past grievances, work together to survive. Who will make it out alive? Who knows? Today's must-watch movie, Send Help. Help me.
I'm going to be frank with you. You are smart. I know that you are great with numbers, but I just don't think you got it. As an executive, I see no value in you. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, what?
You know we have the Bangkok merger coming up. Prove me wrong. Oh, Linda, before you go, I forgot to mention I've received a few complaints about you.
Complaints?
Noxious odors.
Oh, God.
Take your seats. You're a little.
Look who's joined the land of the living.
How long?
You been out? Day and a half?
Have you tried making a distress signal or a bigger fire?
I was busy trying to keep us alive.
But getting us out of here, that should be your focus, not being Susie Homemaker over here.
What did you just say to me?
Let's not forget, I'm your boss. You work for me.
We're not in the office anymore, Bradley. No help is coming. You just have to accept that this is how things are now. You ever hunt? I think I like it. You are stuck with a boss. Just like I was. Although I'm betting I am a much nicer boss than you ever would have been. Except for maybe this part. I don't think we should ever leave.
If I was on an island, I'd want to be with you, Jackson.
Likewise, my friend.
And those folks out there. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Good.